So this is just a brief video that's going to support activity 1 in week 3's lab. So the goal is we want to create an assembly and we want to use 3 different types of mates. The first one is a fastened mate, the second is a revolute, and third is a slider mate, and we'll show how those work later on. So here we have 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, all assembled. This is going to be our final product. The first block here has a fastened mate, so that can't move. The second block has a revolute mate, so I can turn this round and round. And then the third block, has a slider mate, and I have it set that it can slide up to the top and back down. That's all it can do. It can't rotate, it can just slide. So I'm going to insert a new element. I'm going to create an assembly and I'm going to show you how I've assembled this. So first of all, I'm in my assembly now and I need to insert my first part. So the base part of this model is going to be the stand. You can see I have all the blocks and the stand here. So I'm going to click on the stand and I'm going to insert that. So I'm going to click the tick. Okay, so the stand is now inserted. I'm going to look at it from a 3D view, and what I'm going to do, because I want to be able to, when I mate the other parts, I want to be able to move them, but I don't want the stand to move too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the base and this, because for some reason they're appearing as 2 separate parts. I'm going to right click and I'm going to click fix. So now that's fixed in place and I can't drag it. So what I'm going to do next, now that I have my stand fixed, is I'm going to insert my first part. So I'm going to insert my block 1. So I've just put this red. I've colored them all differently just to differentiate them properly. So I'm going to click the tick, and what I want to do with this one is I want to firstly do a fastened mate on this part. So I'm going to click fastened mate. I'm going to rotate so I can see below. I'm going to click this bottom edge of the hole and I'm going to click where it's going to connect to. So I'm going to click this edge where the base meets the pole going up. So I'm going to click that, and now it's fastened and it's a tick. So sometimes it if you're in a mate, it might come up that's going to do a second one, and it's going to come up with an error that it's going to be over defined, basically is what it's called. So if that comes up, just X out of it, or if you accidentally put another mate, just click on it and delete it. So for my next block, I'm going to insert it, block 2, and I want to add a revolute mate to this, which is going to allow it to rotate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click revolute mate, and then I'm going to click again the bottom edge of this hole, and where do I want it to rotate around? So this top edge of block 1. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click the tick. I'm going to go back to my 3D view, and now I can rotate this around. So finally I'm going to insert my third block, and I'm going to place it over here, click my tick, and I want to add a slider mate to this block. So I'm going to click the slider mate. Instead of the bottom now, I want to have a relationship between this top surface here, and I'm going to click the top surface of this. So I'm going to click that top edge and this top edge, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the limits. So as you can see here, it says minimum and maximum, and these are the distances that it will go along the z-axis between this top surface and the top edge of my block. So I was confused a bit myself earlier. I was saying I wanted it to be 10 and like 0.1 of a mil. It was going to be the minimum, but I didn't realize that I want it to go downwards, so it's going to meet this other block, so I need to put it minus. So my minimum is going to be -10, and my maximum is going to be -0.01. I'm going to click the tick, and this is now going to allow me to drag my block up and down. So now I'm going to go back to my 3D view, and here we have the finished model.